This one, I guess. Can you hear me now? I think you can. Hi. Forest Fairy, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your subscription, hon. We're back. Hey, Rob. Hey, that was good. Hi, hon. What a crazy week, guys. Oh my gosh, what a crazy week. So glad to see me back. Yeah, we're gonna be back. We're gonna be back. I missed you guys too. It was a lot. This week was a lot of going on, like at one time. So I am kind of still a little bit tired, but that's okay. Lovely Lady Luna, hard to believe it's been 6 months. Aw, Forest Fairy, I know. Isn't that crazy? 6 months ago. 6 months ago. And you were here from the beginning. Hey, Hot Bagels, how are you, hon? Hey, Tana. What's up, hon? Welcome back. How's everybody doing? Is everyone feeling good after the holidays? Hey, Shaky. Have you been? Oh man, I've been insanely busy. There's a reason why it's been a week since streaming, cause oh my gosh, there was a lot going on. We had a family member pass away, so we had that was last Sunday we found out, and then Monday was the viewing, Tuesday was the funeral, Wednesday was Christmas, Thursday was also a little bit of Christmas, Friday was, oh my gosh, clean the house because we haven't cleaned the house in like a week. Saturday was Christmas again, and today has been mellow day, like a mellow day of just like recentering basically. So you have a lot of fun streaming, Bagels. I know, I watched you play that that game is really interesting, the web browser game. That one's really interesting. You loved getting to watch me grow, Forest Fairy? That's so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, Dana, it was okay though. It was okay. We're both okay with that person passing away because they, you know that person is in a better place, you know, and they're not like, yeah, you might like miss them, but at the same time, like, you kind of know that they're not like in that body that clearly was not working for them anymore. So we're okay on that aspect too. It's just we're both kind of a little bit introverted. So like Shylar's more introverted than me, but so we expelled a lot of energy this week. A lot of energy. Still Dumpy, hi hon. Welcome to the treehouse. Welcome back. Yeah, still to process. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, that's true. But we've been working on, you know, trying to, I guess, mostly comfort, you know, the family members that are struggling like way more. That's kind of it's kind of the place that I put myself in as well. You've been in really bad luck for about a week, Dana? Oh no. Well, it's 2020. I lit karma candles, so we'll clear out all the karma needs to be cleared out. So I lit a candle for that before starting. So you can take some of that with you. 2020, we're getting old. I'm not old. What are you talking about? I'm looking for my paints because we're about 90. We're honestly, guys, about 95% of the way done with this painting, and I have some interesting ideas for this one. Oh, here it is. look younger. I know, I do look really young, but I am older. I am older. Believe it or not. You don't have to believe it, but I really am. Very nice, very nice. So I did want to grab a yellow because I have some flowers to complete, and then I think we'll be better with some of our other options too. Also, our cat is not here today. She is napping downstairs, I think, probably with Shiler, so we're gonna turn that off too. Yeah, we established the age. Yeah, I'm gonna be 33 next year. Hey, Fox Mulder, welcome back, hon. How are you? We are feeling pretty good today. We've been extremely busy. Extremely busy. 33, get out of here. Yeah. You're gonna be 28. I'm very excited to see what 33 brings to us. You're sore? I'm sorry. I'm just a little bit drained. Dana, you're 37. Yeah. Our generation is interesting. I think the current way that the world kind of works is interesting in itself. Like, we live in a time when TV and like entertainment has become, and even socialization. Like, I put the stream today under just chatting. Socialization has become like this internet kind of phenomenon known as Twitch, that you can like watch people live their lives and get to know them and have a chat and make connections with people, within your own kind of space. It's nice. It's nice. It's not anything I would have imagined myself doing. She kept kicking you in the ribs when you were trying to sleep. That's rough. She moves around a lot, I'm guessing. She's 3. Yeah, I can see that. Are you writing a true crime podcast stream? Oh my gosh, that sounds awesome. You should talk to Harry. Harry does the Harry horror show content. You should talk to him. I'm sure he'd have some really nice kind of insight for you. There used to be a YouTuber I would watch. I can see his face and I can like hear his voice. He has a very particular Dyke. His last name's Dyke. But he has a very particular voice and something strange. I don't know. Anyway, I used to watch him a lot. I think he's a good one to watch. Seriously Strange is the YouTube. I'm gonna see if anyone else knows who this is. Rob Dyke, yes. Yes, that's him, yeah. He does have a very particular voice, doesn't he? Do you agree with me, Hoppings? Rob Dyke, yes. That's who I'm talking about. Hi, Ghoulie. I hope everyone's holiday was filled with love and joy. Thank you so much, Ghoulie. You're so kind. Welcome back. It is interesting. God, I'm old. Does he still do that? Does he still YouTube stuff? Oh yeah, you should talk to Harry Hoppings. So Dana says this is my only way of social communication because of my mental health problems. Aww, Dana, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you feel restricted, dear, but I'm glad that you choose to come here, you know, and I mean, this is definitely a good group of people to be with, so you chose well. You chose well. He still does stuff. I haven't watched YouTube in a long time. Like, I feel like I don't really watch YouTube. I used to watch YouTube quite a bit. And then, because I used to watch Rodtech, and then I used to watch Sips, when Sips was playing, from Yogscast, was playing lots of games. I used to watch him on there. And, I also used to watch, Ralph Smart a lot. But, I don't really watch YouTube anymore. I'm, like, strictly watching people do streams now. I like being able to converse, you know, that's what I like, which is why I think I'm kind of strictly drawn to streaming at the moment. Oh, Rob Gavankin is his new name? Really? For YouTube? Oh, interesting. That's modern day is considered as socialization, but I disagree with the way of socialization. I'm more face-to-face. I do prefer face-to-face conversations, but, you know, this allows other particular members of society to be involved that maybe would not have that kind of outlet. And it's instead of something that's like, and maybe a little toxic, it's just very, like, welcoming, you know? Trying to support. I switched over to watching a lot more streams. Trying to support under 100 viewer people. Really? That's so kind, huh, Pickles? That's so kind. I do agree, Rat. I do agree that face-to-face communication is way better. I feel like there's things that you can miss with, at least on this end, because I can't, like, see you guys. So I definitely think some things can be missed. Especially with, like, body language. But, I definitely see the perks of it, too. Like, we have an opportunity to reach, you know, people that... Sorry, I got distracted. People that actually have a hard time doing the face-to-face interaction. Yeah, exactly. So, like Dana says, I have such bad agoraphobia that I'm scared of face-to-face interaction. See, those are the kind of people we can reach. I did notice there's a lot of crystals in there. I did notice. Which I thought was fun. I thought it was fun. Hey, Crazy Bro. Welcome back, dear. How are you? You're awful on the phone and voice chat. I'm not very good at the phone either. I'm okay with like Discord chats, but I don't know. I have a hard time with the phone because I feel like you call people on the phone when, like, you need something. So I'm very, like, to the point on the phone. Unless the conversation is kind of already started on a deeper level, I have a hard time, like, switching, if that makes sense, like, on the phone. Thanks for asking, Crazy Bro. Of course I would ask, hon. Of course I would ask. Hey, Gigatrex. Welcome in, dear. Yeah, a lot does get lost over text. because you can just misinterpret things. Dragon's Night. Hope and Paintbrush is doing well. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm doing well, and so is Paintbrush. We're both doing well. We're like recuperating our energy for the week. So, but I am really glad to see you. Thank you so much for your subscription back. I appreciate that very much. Hope you. Yeah, I caught that part. I do have a new singing bowl, guys. I do have a new singing bowl. I do have a new singing bowl. Let me turn up my, I think my computer got muted maybe, because I'm not hearing the alerts. I turned it up a little bit, so hopefully we'll hear the alerts now. Sorry if you couldn't hear them. I had my audio changed. Oh, you find that you can take your time and really figure out what I want to say with text? Oh, I could see that. I could see that. Like, I could see that. I could see that. Especially if it's something kind of like, I don't know. Because then I almost feel like more anxious through text because I feel like I might be a little short with my responses. And then that can kind of be interpreted maybe differently than what I wanted. Hey, Pika, welcome in, dear. Welcome in. You have such an inviting smile. Thank you, David. Thank you. I want people to feel cozy. Cozy and welcome. You don't like texting though, Dragon's Night? Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I'm okay with it. Like, if there's a person that I have a hard time, like, not picking up their energy, or, like, a person that's maybe a little, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes there's people that you just have a hard time conversing with just in general. Some of those people I would prefer to just text. Especially if they're, like, people that like to dump things on you. You know what I mean? Because I feel like there can be a little bit of a barrier there. So I do, it just depends. It just depends. It's always cozy in here. I'm so glad you think so. You've never texted me before? Of course not. I don't think anyone other than Paintbrush and maybe Miss Umbra has texted me before, other than my sister. But that's okay. That's okay. Oh, you give off a nervous vibe because you're always nervous? Poor dear. I'm just sitting here wondering why you're so nervous. Like, what are you afraid of? You know? Yeah. Maybe like people's judgments? I think a lot of people do that, actually. Have like a fear of other people's judgments. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry. Bless me. Thank you, thank you. You give off an intimidating vibe for some reason since you're so calm. I think you do have a particular, like, defensive stance that can be interpreted as intimidating. Especially to some who are not so confident with themselves and like what their boundaries need to be. You know what I mean, Red? You know what I mean? Hey, Angel. Hi, sweetie. Thank you so much for your subscription. Do you guys want to see my new singing bowl? Thank you. Welcome back. I'm back after a very long, exhausting week. You're okay. So it was people judging you, Dana. Okay. Aww. Thank you, Angel. Thank you. I'll show you my new bowl. Paintbrush got us a new singing bowl. This is our new one. You thought I was saying sandal. You mean angel? Do you guys like it? Yeah, it's got the really cool etching. And the bowl has really cool designs like on the side here too. And then the inside is actually embossed. So there's like, let me see if I can turn on this little light here. So there's this little embossed section. I'm trying to get it at a good angle so you can see. Maybe like this. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there's like this little embossed pattern. It is very, sorry, that light is also very harsh. I don't usually turn that one on. But this is our new one. Crazy bro, you think I went to Laos to go pick up a bowl? No. We had lots of family stuff going on. Do you like the bowl? Hey Mustard, welcome back to her. I think this is a third eye chakra singing bowl because it's got the purple. It's purple bowl. It might look brown on stream, but it is purple. It came with a purple stand and box as well, so we're kind of like doing them all at the same time. So I think that's what that one is. I do really like the bowl. It is fancy. So we have 3 bowls and chimes. I like the chimes. Yeah, Rad. That's true. I try not to be that way. It is very hard to do. But it still come off as intimidating. It's ironic that it can't be a B, and I agree with you. Yeah, it's okay though. It's okay. As long as you understand, like... I thought I turned this light off. Sorry. As long as you understand that, like... that's why people are picking that up. You know what I mean? Then you can understand better why people are reacting to you a certain way, you know, like, because unconsciously or consciously, that's still kind of the thing that you're working on. Do you love chimes? I can ring the chimes again. So in 200 years, will the rooms be filled with bullets? Maybe. Everyone will just be vibrational waves. We kind of already are, just in a different form. Or you're saying only vibrational waves? Maybe that's what you're saying. It is Monday, Dragon. I know. Happy Monday. Are you guys feeling kind of like you're not ready to go back to work? The children hearing the chimes. I'll be I was thinking about doing a like a sub-only meditation day in the morning. Like really early morning. That's kind of been my thought. Because I want to get into doing meditation. I feel like a lot of people struggle because they, everyone needs like a buddy system kind of thing, So I thought maybe if we do that, people who are wanting to kind of have that be part of their morning routine can do that with us. You love the tree? The Christmas tree? Behind us? It's very nice. Or you mean this tree? Or both. You can have both. Who knows, maybe we'll be immortals wandering on a spaceship. That's true. Paintbrush and I were talking yesterday about the advancements in technology and medical advancements in we were basically having a conversation where it's kind of amazing to think about, but we are kind of to the point now where we can 3D print body organs and parts and we can almost seem to fix anything wrong with our physical body. So we were kind of making these jokes that we could live for thousands and thousands of years and just have reprinted body parts for things that needed to be changed or fixed, and it's kind of crazy to think about having that much technological advancement. Like Deus Ex, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Hot Bagels, yeah. I've never played Deus Ex, but my husband before, my first husband, my ex-husband, played that game, and I watched him play it. It's really fun. Yeah, it's got dancing mandalas, the painting does, and the stained glass tree.
This is it.
And lots and lots of things. Oh, Angel, thank you so much, sweetie. Thank you for that host. You can't wait to be a machine, Hot Pickles, really? I don't know how I would feel about it. I feel like I'm too natural. I'm too much of a naturalist to kind of, I don't know. I think I'm too much of a naturalist to be okay with that kind of thing for myself. But I could see other people being really for that. The only thing they don't master is the aging process of the cells. Yeah. That and consciousness as well. Consciousness. I honestly wouldn't be okay with it. That's okay, huh, Pickles? If they find a way to transfer this to humans, that they'd be able to live for thousands of years if we want. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was talking about. It's just kind of crazy to think about. I can't control their perceptions of me. Yeah, that's right. I'll have to give them patience to warm up to you. Yeah, patience, yes. And try not to brag about this, or even not condescending way. Don't worry about it. But if that does, then I apologize in advance. I think it's due to my physique since I'm a bodybuilder. I don't know. I think maybe it's a perception of the things you've learned in life, and it could also have you could also carry a persona with that, as well as a certain persona with your physique as well, that other people could also maybe anticipate you to have, but you have to make a choice for yourself on how you want to live, and how you want to, what kind of energy you want to be throwing out, portraying, throwing outside of yourself, portraying out. That sounds really delicious. Coconut, pineapple, watermelon. Plus some coconut cream so you can make cheesecake. I love tofu cheesecake. I do love tofu cheesecake. Yeah. I don't want to live forever, says Dana. I'm let's go have a trip to the Orion Galaxy with Paintbrush. It's only 14,000 years, so we can go, no problem, of course. If you learn to time travel, then what does time even matter, right? That's what we would need to learn first. Yeah, exactly, Rad, exactly. It's true. Of course. You want to be a genuine person and not come off as condescending. Yeah, I can understand that. A person who is grateful in the moment. Yeah, exactly. You gotta ride a horse this Christmas and we became friends? Really? That's amazing. I wonder if it would be possible to resurrect lost loved ones. I think they would have to want to come back in that body. By their DNA. I don't know if I think that's where the consciousness thing comes in. Because I don't think DNA is consciousness correlated. You know what I mean? What an analytical discussion today. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think the consciousness of that person would have to want to come back, you know, like into that body. Hey, Twisted, welcome in, hon. We're having a conversation, a really strange conversation. Even if they have the original cell of that person. Oh, yeah, cells do stock memories, but it's kind of like, where does the line draw? Like, even though cells carry memory, like, is that gonna have, like, memories of, like, personality, or, like, memories of, like, conscious thought and consciousness? Like, is that gonna be still correlated? I don't think so. Unless it's one that becomes, like parts that can be unlocked later? I have no idea. I'm just, like, trying to, like, venture in the seas. That's true. Crazy bro. Some people do think that. Some people believe all of the consciousness is connected together. I happen to think that that's very, very accurate. Oh, they would be reborn and their memories would be rewritten through their experience. And then they could unlock past experiences if they wanted to. Kind of like past life regression. I don't know. I still don't see how your actual consciousness would come back. But I don't know. Maybe it would. Ooh, no force. I hate Fairlight. Oh, you think of it as a spindle that threads connect to. Okay. You're a great Jedi, Fairlight. Hey, I'm okay with gray. I'm okay with gray. Both light and dark is necessary, right? I don't know, crazy bro. Is it not that all people are born all-knowing, but that the subconsciousness blocks it for the security of us? Maybe it does. I don't know. Some people probably think that that's accurate. I honestly don't know how anything works. I'm just here kind of sharing my own life experience. Yeah, what do you guys think? It's hard to say if it's souls. Can't see souls. Yeah, And Red, when I'm thinking of the word soul, I think of like consciousness. I think they're like, I interpret those same words together as like the same thing, just with a different name. And there's some interesting experiments on like, yeah. Had you ever watched like documentaries on like what is it called? Near-death experiences? Oh, so cold, apparently. Yeah. Those are interesting. Those are interesting. Yeah. I think most people, Rad, who are like more spiritual or more, at least in the communities that I think that you're being kind of drawn to, most of them kind of correlate those things together. There are a lot of things we can't measure yet. That's very true. Like, I think sometimes we, just because we can't measure it yet, right? Yet is the key word. It's not unmeasurable because we're not looking at it in the right perspective to be able to measure it, right? Need to open our vantage point a little bit. Yeah, Angel, I agree. Believe in energy. Some may speak of it as our soul. Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with you. Yeah, that's a good way to talk about it. Haha, bagels. The Force. You could call it the Force if you wanted. Yeah, absolutely. We're all 6-volt batteries. Kinda, yeah. Because we have our own energy centers, right? You're gonna have to go for a time, Pete. That's okay, Dana. Thank you so much for stepping in. I appreciate you being here. You try and stop back in? Okay. We have about an hour left. Not for me, I'm Caroline. Oh my gosh. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Dana. Since they are atheists who start asking because it's the definition of the soul, so I just don't have an understanding of it. It's an interesting podcast. Interesting. Oh my gosh. What's the best smelling insect? And deodorant and a deodorant. Oh my gosh. That took me a minute to read accurately. Also, thank you for sharing your joke. In the middle of our intense analytical discussion, philosophical discussion on the soul and beings that live forever. There are weird things happening all around us. I can understand a lot of people prefer not to see them because they're a bit scared of it because they don't know it. But don't worry, most of it can be explained in some way. Yeah, I think I know what you're trying to say, Crazy Bro. It's like it's like things that you can't explain away, like logically, are kind of harder to absorb. I think just naturally, like for any normal, natural person. I'm one of those people, I don't need to be able to explain anything or everything. So I think I have an easier time because I kind of don't make that a priority. Like, I don't need to know or understand everything, exactly every little last detail. So I think that does help me with that. But I definitely see where other people, that's just not how they function, you know what I mean? I don't know how to understand anything. Exactly. Welcome to my life, Googling. Welcome to my life. And the thing is, now I'm just okay with it. I'm just okay with it. Not everything needs an explanation. Exactly, Angel, exactly. One time I walked on a crosswalk and I didn't even check left or right. You just like walked. You just like trusted that there was no traffic. Maybe you were in like the zone. You were just like zoned in. You love the purple willow tree painting? Oh, yeah, that one's really popular. Angel, that one's really popular. The willow tree is popular, and then the Scorpio painting is really popular too. Everyone likes my purple paintings. I don't know. Yet again, most theists have to use the argument from incredulity, meaning they don't know. So they insert God, it must be God. Oh, and they call it an argument for ignorance. This is from the podcast. Oh, this is what I've learned from the podcast. Oh, interesting. I think if you believe it's God, it is God for you. Like, everyone's accurate. Like, you create your own reality for yourself. So if you believe that that's true, that becomes true for you. Purple is the highest frequency. I know, everyone really loves my purple paintings. Purple and white. Isn't purple and white the crown? I think purple and white is the crown chakra. So I usually generally always have purple in my paintings. I agree, haha bagels. We should be concerned of what's in front of us. And we should honestly be concerned about what's happening internally with us, because our internal condition is the most important thing in life. Hands down. That's what we should be focused on. Disappears into the heavy meteor rain. Aw. Yeah. Kind of, it's like a catch-all kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, I still understand where you're trying to go with that. It's like an automatic, like, defense. Like, well, I don't understand, so it must be this thing that I've kind of been told is how things work, instead of like really analyzing it and trying to figure out what's true for themselves. Some people do kind of just default on that because that's all they've ever really known, you know? Because your mom did really like the print. I'm so glad. That one's a really good one. I actually like the print of that painting better than I like the original. To tell you the truth. Purple was a very expensive dye. No one could afford it. That's very true. It was used for nobility and like the priests. That's true, yeah. Faith is another thing, like, that has kind of been overgeneralized, kind of in the same way that God has been overgeneralized. You know what I mean? Like, it means something actually different. It's something much deeper than, blind kind of faith kind of thing. I think faith is just like trust. When I think of faith, like the word that comes to me is like trust. And trust is different than like blind obedience. Like, you know what I mean? That's awesome. Yeah, Angel and Red is like really fit. Faith, trust, and pixie dust? What is that from, Angel? That makes sense. I appreciate your input. Nice. I'm very curious. I know I've heard that before though, Angel. Faith, trust, and pixie dust. It sounds really familiar. Maybe it's like a Disney thing? Like a Disney movie? Maybe, oh, you know what came into my brain? Have you guys ever seen the movie, guys, this is eventful right now. What I'm about to say is an eventful moment, okay? I'm about ready to ask you guys about a movie that I've watched. Hey, Dyslexic, how are you? Have you guys watched Stardust? Have you guys seen that movie? For some reason, I think maybe that's from that movie. If you don't know what Stardust is, it's really good and you should watch it. By the way. If you were still evangelical, could we be friends? No. I mean, Red, I say no because I'm rejecting the fact that the opposite ideas would make it impossible. I have always appreciated, even when I was going to church a lot, I always appreciated other people's viewpoints, and I never really let that have a stance on like my connection with other people, because I do think that I've always felt and thought that everybody is here on the planet for a different reason, and I feel like it's detrimental to your relationships when you anticipate that everyone should just agree with you and live life the same way that you live, because we're all here for different reasons, right? We're all here for different reasons, to learn and experience life in different ways. So I say no because I know that would not have an effect, regardless. In the past or previously, or I've always felt that way. Always felt that way. Even when I was a kid. Oh yeah, there definitely can be hot pickles. Very many intelligent religious people. Yeah, I believe that's true. Well said. Thank you, Angel. Yeah, if I was religious, you think I would be more towards the Jewish philosophy and Kabbalah and numerology? Since I used tarot. My family lineage is Jewish, so I mean that's interesting that you picked that. I don't practice, obviously. I practice my own stuff. Hey, Rob. Dyslexic. Plus, I am part Jew also. Yeah, I think it's becoming a thing where everybody's got a bit of everything in them. So it's kind of like it's getting to the point now where I don't know. Like we're all just a mix of like everything, which I think is like a really beautiful thing. Which is why I think like mindfulness and like a more spiritual approach to things instead of like harsh religious practices is becoming more of a thing, because we're all like such intermixed with different belief systems and traditions and multiple backgrounds, and which is why I think like this new kind of way of approaching I guess the divine is so kind of like open now. Also, Rob, thank you for your bits. I just have the question stuck in your mind for a while. I think for some reason, Brad, you're like super concerned about how close-minded people are. And I think you're anticipating close-mindedness. And I think that has everything to do just about the people that are around you. And so you're like slowly trying to feel out, where other people are kind of standing with you. Because I do think that you've been around lots of people who just made that kind of trust a little bit difficult for you. You know what I mean? They can't stand me, dyslexic. I'm sorry. I think we do need to focus on because it can be really easy to say and not that it's not accurate, to say my family is so different from me, which makes our connection really hard. I think we already create more distance with those people then. We're reinforcing distance by making those kind of statements. So I feel even though you can understand the differences, I feel there's a lot of power, and it's really important to try and focus on the things that you do have in common, especially if they're people that you want to have in your life, right? Here, Lady on the Stars dream. Accept it all the way that you are. Yeah. Your cosplay's me nerdy but hardworking, really? Yeah, you have to blend for them. That won't bend, but it's fine. I love the way that I am. Yeah, it just becomes a way of focusing. Gully says, don't shut yourself out from other ideas. You never know if someone may come along that has an idea that rings true with you. That's very true, Gully. That's very true. Yeah, you should be open to multiple types of life and being and understanding and concepts, because you could have that could be your epiphany. You could be like, oh my gosh, I forgot that I used to think that way, and I always thought that was true, and now you've kind of reminded me of that, and what a beautiful thing. What a beautiful thing. Hey, Magic. Welcome in, dear. Your viewpoints have changed, yeah, and they always will. They always will. I feel if you are truly experiencing life to the fullest, your viewpoints are always going to kind of change. Because life is about experiences, and what you want to, and then you can, from those experiences, you can choose what you want to take with you. How is Kitty holding up, Rob? I don't know. She's downstairs right now. She's not with us. She's not with us. Do you own any Sodalite and Lapis Lazuli? I do have Lapis, but I don't have any Sodalite. No. I'm not really drawn to dark blue stones. I don't know why. I don't know why. Like, I usually don't do black stones either. I don't know why. Are you using acrylic or watercolor? Angel, this is watercolor. All of this is watercolor. I actually only paint with watercolor. No obsidian? No. No. I don't have any. I have tourmaline. I have a tourmaline pyramid. And actually this moonstone pyramid here. This is moonstone and tourmaline. This is a little pyramid that I have. And it has, you can see, it's usually sunlight. So when sunlight hits the pyramid, it will give off some rainbow flecks, but it won't do it in any other kind of light. So like if I sit here and try and look at it in this like dimmer kind of room light, it won't show any rainbows. But if it's sunlight, it will, which is interesting. Rules are made to be broken. Drops that fun. Magic. Yeah. This is my pyramid. You like watercolor? Yeah. So I sent you, Angel. I did send you a while ago. I know you said you don't check your Facebook, but I made a. Hey, Joey. Thank you for your host. Thank you for your host. You love that crystal so much. I got that one on Amazon. I got it on Amazon. I think it was like $20 or something like that. But it's moonstone and tourmaline. But this one's very nice. This one's very nice. But like I said, how y'all doing? We're doing well. We're doing well. I'm having the thing happen where you tell someone about a crystal and then you can't find it. Oh, where you're trying to like hunt it down because you want to show them. Yeah. That one's in your Facebook, and I gave you the download for it so you could print it. If you want to have me print it for you though, I don't mind doing that. I would just need like to know where to mail it, basically, which is why I offered to give you the electronic one. But this is the original canvas print. This one is the original canvas, and this is a Hamso palms. This is protection, and then I painted a moon, and then we have the floral moon on that as well. This one, this one's got a funny story. If you want to hear a funny story. Crazy Bro, you were here when my cat had like the crazy dream, and she was on the cat cam. And my cat was like napping, and she had like this crazy dream or something. I'm not really sure what happened, but she randomly in the middle of our discussion, she randomly like jumped up and like freaked out during this dream, and like, so we were saying like she must have had a bad dream or something. So and she was kind of leery to go back into the cat cam, into her bed to sleep after that. So I placed that painting behind her. So if you look at the cat cam, I placed that painting behind her with the Hamsa palm. So it's sitting there in the cat cam, and she sleeps very soundly now. It should have been printed forever and a half ago. It's okay. It's okay. You will get it when it's ready. You have 2 crystals? Really? Really? A small piece of tiger's eye. Tiger's eye is my favorite stone that I like to give to paintbrush. And I can't remember what the other one was. Interesting. The protection symbol with the simpler words, guide to not die symbol. Nice. It's more like all around protection. So like energetic protection. You just found them the other day. Really? You're so drawn to sunlight? I don't know why. Did you look up what it's used for? Maybe that'll help you understand why you're so drawn to it. You got a rock tumbler? Oh. Isn't there... I've thought about getting a rock tumbler machine and like making my own stones. And then Brad, we could do that and do the if they were small enough, we could do like the ASMR like dropping with the drop the stones into like water or like rice or something. That would be fun. Well, that's why. You remember the sound was relaxing? Yeah. I was thinking like my first thought with it was water, but I thought water could be, especially if the bowl is still like, how do I want to explain it? I feel like water could be tricky because like if the bowl doesn't have a good sound, when the stone's hitting, it could be disruptive because, you know, the water's not really going to absorb any sound, really. Overcome calcium deficiencies too, really? Seriously? Angel? Yeah, we were looking at this. There was this video of somebody had like a bowl full of like little quartz kind of shards, and it made like this little quiet kind of tink sound. So they were all like hitting each other. Yeah, so that's where that's coming from. It sounds off the wall, but if you were to watch the video, it would make sense. Because it does have this like little nice kind of quiet sound. How annoying is the new Twitch dashboard? Pretty annoying. Dyslexic, it is pretty annoying. I noticed with the new dashboard that the raid options that it gives you, it only pops up the top channels, like the top channels with like the most viewers, which was very annoying because I was trusting that was everybody that was online, and only afterwards I realized that that's not accurate. So for my smaller streamers that I have not rated for a while, that's why I have not rated you, because I thought you guys were not on because I was trusting what the dashboard was telling me. Yeah, which it was always picking the same people who had like hundreds of views, and I'm like, I don't really want to read these people, but they appear to be the only ones on. So when you go to do that, then you have to kind of like look the person up that you want to actually be rating, which is kind of annoying. And then see if they happen to be on. Yeah, I also can't see anymore who is like auto-hosting, which is kind of annoying. Because I feel like if people are auto-hosting me, like, I want to go watch their content too to see if like we would be a good fit, you know, to like share kind of auto-hosts, you know. Hey Psychic, welcome in, dear. Yeah. I'm trying to get to your vids too. It's all very like kind of broken. Like not broken like buggy, like broken as in segmented. Like everything is like segmented more than I think it was. I think that's to help the servers, honestly. Like when I was talking to Paintbrush about it, it's probably running on a separate server so that Twitch isn't like overloaded. You know what I mean? I don't know. That was my only guess. So yes, that's my only complaint is that for a while I was assuming my smaller streamers just were not on, and that was not accurate. Yeah. I mean, things always change, guys. Things always change. So I'm going to assume that they will, make changes that will be more fitting in the future. What's the best phone for IRL streaming? I think as long as your phone can handle... Honestly, you can have the best phone in the world, but if where you're streaming doesn't have good internet, or you don't have 4G access, or like... Yeah, exactly, dyslexic. It's more about the connection. Yeah, if you don't have a good connection, like, you're just not gonna have a good connection. But I would say as long as your phone has a good output, then you have a better chance. So price quality? Are you looking to get a phone, Crazy Bro? I just upgraded my phone so that we can do our IRL stream that I've been talking about forever. And my phone, but I had Paintbrush help me pick a phone. Because I don't know what I'm doing with technology, but he does, so I trust him. You're gonna be lurking, Psychic? Okay, thank you so much, dear. Thank you so much for lurking. What kind of phone did I get? Oh my gosh, I knew that was gonna be a thing. So here's how much I know about my phone. I have to go look in my settings to find out what kind of phone it is. So we go to System, About Phone, and the device name says Moto Z4. Here, I'll type it. Moto Z4. And this I just typed it for you. And this phone is like, even the cameras on this, the camera honestly on this phone is outrageously good. Like, outrageously good. Which, I mean, I'm doing a lot of Instagram now, and I'm taking lots of photos of my art, so it's kind of important to have really good photos when you're doing that kind of thing, you know. Which is why, if you look on my older Instagram pictures, like some of the pictures are not so great. Is it expensive? This one was expensive. I guess it depends on what your idea of expensive is, because to me, anything over like $60 is expensive, because that's just how I think about things. But in the range of like phones, feel like it's in the middle. It's in the middle. It was almost 600. But I also know there are phones for like 8 or 9. So, you know. Yeah. Isn't that crazy though? You want the Sidekick to come back, Hoppings? The phone with the flip out keyboard? Oh, I did have the keyboard. The purple one? Close to top tier of its kind. They had different colors. Oh yeah. Yeah. I thought my phone was so futuristic. Yeah. I thought I got my first smartphone like 5 years ago. My first smartphone. This phone that I have right now, sitting right here, is my second smartphone. Only my second one. So it took a really long time for me to get used to touchscreen. And I hated it. I'm still not a fan. But I deal with it. Now I'm kind of used to it. Mustard, spreading, painting Luna all over the world. Exactly, Mustard. That's what Instagram's for. Hey, Pop Warrior. Hi. Welcome back. I'm so glad to see you. We're just chatting today. I hope you had a good stream. Hey, do you want to see my new singing bowl? It's the first time you figured out how to raid. Nice. You want an angel card, Gooey? What were you playing? I'm assuming you were playing a game. I saw you on earlier, but I did not really watch. I was getting ready to like prepare myself for the stream. You played a few games. Okay. Yeah, that's fun. This is my new singing bowl, by the way. This was a Christmas present from Paintbrush. System Shock. Oh, nice. Yeah, this one, you can also, ring it. It can get really loud. Yeah, and this one actually has the, embossment in it. I turned on the light earlier so you guys could see. It's got like this cool embossed section in the middle. That's loud. Yeah, it does get pretty loud. That's not even me like forcing it. You really like this one? Yeah, I think this one is for the third eye. Because it's purple. It came in a purple box. And I got a nice stand for it too, and it's got like these, this nice engraved bottom to it. So this one is really nice. This is our brand new one. I can definitely, oh, is Lemmy here? I don't think so. I saw he was streaming earlier. Lee, do you have a question for your angel guidance card? gorgeous blue. Nice. I wonder if we have similar ones. Lemmy! Hi, Lemmy! Hi, guys! I have a new singing bowl today. Thank you for following. Leprechauns, hi! Hey, Kirk! Welcome in, guys! Did you guys have fun? Daniel, thank you so much for your follow. Do you guys want to see my new singing bowl? Anyone here? Hey, Chicken Compass. Welcome back. Thank you. Good night, good night. Hi. I have a new singing bowl. We have a brand new one. Did you have a nice Christmas? I did have a nice Christmas. Kirk, I did. It was very nice. It's a great painting. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. Young, thank you so much for your bits, hon. Bob Ross, MK2. Sure. Vergesium, thank you so much. I just got this. This was our Christmas gift for my boyfriend. We have a new singing bowl. I was just ringing it, but it has this embossed, let me see if I can scoot it back, this embossed engravement here. So we were kind of just playing with it before you guys popped in. Little Christmas Cardi. Oh yeah, he is cute. He is cute. Back here, we have a Christmas tree up as well. Oh, who's that sleeping on the sofa? Behind me? There is a chair behind me, but nobody should be sleeping there. Thank you for the follows. Thank you, thank you. Oh, very soothing after the boss fight? Nice. I'm sure it is. Let me hate this. Excellent stream from the younger Bob Ross. Yeah. I know the bowl is very nice. How much marijuana have you consumed today? Zero. Aww. Sham, I'm glad you think it's magical. She only smokes DMT. I only breathe in incense that happens to be burning next to me. Did he? Injected zero marijuana. You guys are so funny. You have to sleep? Aw, you can go to sleep, Kurt. You can go to sleep. I do keep it chill. I do keep it chill. I am in just chatting today. We normally paint and chat. But I did just chatting today because we're gonna do kind of a shorter stream. What is this sorcery ball? I did just paint this. Yeah, we've been working on this painting for a minute, but we haven't completed it yet. But we're very close to being done. It's probably 95% done. Oh, Postal, thank you so much for your follow. I will show you the CD. This is the CD we're listening to. It's Celtic Harp. It's David Young. Yes, we listen to CDs, by the way. This is a CD. I have a boombox behind me. We literally listen to CDs, so pretty fun. Pretty fun. Thank you for your follow. I'm Shauna. Hey, I'm Shauna. Welcome. Thank you. You love CDs, Andrea. I'm so glad. Okay, so Ghoulie has a guidance question. Folk music is great. Yeah, I love folk music. So we have, this is another one. I do listen to lots of Celtic, guys. I do listen to lots of Celtic music, so one of my other favorites is another Celtic harp CD called The Quiet Path. This one is very calm and quiet. This is actually one of my new favorites. And then my other favorite one is called Celtic River, and that one's another one that we listen to quite a bit. What are angel cards? So angel cards are my my crystal guidance deck. So these are cards that have like crystal pictures on them. Like they're basically cards for with different images of crystals. This is smithsonite. There's here's the image for clear quartz. So they're just guidance cards. They have a book that'll kind of like give a message with the card that's chosen. So Ghoulie wants basically a guidance for the end of the year, or 2020 coming up, is kind of how I interpret Ghoulie's question. Sail away. Good Enya lass. I do have Enya as well. Had, I do. But I don't usually listen to Enya because I like people to be able to go back and watch my streams, and if we play Enya, then it gets muted. Can I do a card reading for the Masterful Lemmy? I would do a card reading for Lemmy with Lemmy's permission. Yeah. So, Ghoulie, let me know if I interpreted your question correctly. I feel like I did. Guidance for like the end of the year. Danny, can you please do a tarot reading for Lemmy? He'd love it. If Lemmy wants it, yeah, we can totally do it. The cards will burst into flames. It's gonna be a very intense reading, guys, is basically what I saw. Very intense reading. What crystal should Lemmy use to be better at aiming? Ooh. That would need to be like an action. No, not an action. A directional. Intense focus crystal. So what crystal is good for focusing? Rad will definitely. Radstetics will know. You need to contact the Almighty One, Lady Luna. I am the Almighty One. Lemmy needs to stick around if he wants a reading. That's true. I do readings outside of stream time too. Nintendo, thank you so much for your follow. Nintendo Harold. North Hollywood, thank you so much for your follow. Yeah, clear quartz would be good for focus. Yeah. Mark Craig, thank you so much for your follow. And welcome to the treehouse, guys. I do painting, intuitive painting. So we literally have no idea what we're painting on the canvas until time kind of passes and we get like sparks of inspiration. So literally none of my paintings are pre-planned or have a game plan, which is kind of fun. It's kind of fun that way. And we do lots of chatting too. The Christmas feels like I've entered the healers in an RPG. Welcome. Lunar, you love the Oracle deck? Yeah, this is a nice one. This one has... These messages are like very good. Like they're insightful statements, basically, is what they are. They're insightful statements that are like helpful to everybody. So even though we're gonna draw a card for Ghoulie's question, like they are good messages and helpful insight, like on how to look at things and perceive things for multiple people. They all have good messages. 420p, thank you so much for your follow. Is that Emperor? Imperator? Welcome. Thank you for your follow. Gand, thank you so much for your follow. Ever seen those mechanical elves? I don't think so. Giant? I don't think so. Lumi doesn't do it if yelling in the chat. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. Improv. Intuitive improv. That could be the same thing. So Ghoulie wants guidance for 2020. So we're just gonna focus on that as much as we can here really quick. I feel like this one's been popping out a lot. I feel like this one's been popping out a lot. I think this is the one. A Nocturnal, thank you so much for your follow. Selects the first card, which is go to jail. Danny, oh my gosh. I could spin that Danny into saying, you've created your own mental prison. That's how I could spin that for you. Just one more after seeing the one that you have. Oh, you want to look at them more closely? Because I already drew the card, so we'll go into the book next. But there's like, I don't remember how many cards are in here, but it even gives like angel numbers at the bottom. So this one says angel number 42, right? And there's little pictures as well. So like there's always a face in the crystal too, that sometimes I get kind of good insight from as well. So this is Petalite. Michael Gibson, thank you so much for your follow. The goofy name is a mix of Mad Max Fury Road and Star Wars Mad Max. Fury Road. I've seen Mad Max, but I don't remember any of the characters other than Mad Max. I've never seen Fury Road, but Star Wars I think I understand. Can you play Snapfish with those cards then? I don't think so, Brock. But this one has a Kind Knight. Ooh, I think Rad really likes this one. Kind Knight. So this one also has angel number 28. But what I picked, you can get a good example of kind of how these cards work with this one. So I did pick the Dalmatian Stone, which is actually 3 kind of crystal images on this card. It is angel number 19 at the bottom there. So we'll go into the book and see what it says. It is a lava lamp. You're correct. Jack, it's a lava lamp. You want to see it more? It kind of loses its luminosity a little bit when you, sorry, I kind of took you on a crazy road trip. There we go. Yeah, it's a lava lamp. Should have been number 1. Mulky Mulk, thank you so much for your follow. The only tricky thing is, I did open to the correct page without even realizing it. The only thing I kind of wish was a little bit different with this book. This book is very good. It kind of gives a really good numbers insight to the card meanings. But it doesn't go by page number when you look up the crystals. It goes by the number on the bottom of the card, which sometimes it can be difficult to find. Instead of the page number, you're looking for the crystal number. So sometimes, you know, what you think is going to be page where the crystal should be at is actually like further back. So it can be kind of hard to locate the card in the book, but after you kind of get used to how it's set up, you can kind of work through that. Oh, you meant the Dalmatian card should have been 101. I agree. I don't think there's 100 cards in here though, but that would be interesting. They do, Brock. They do get hot. Yeah, the lava lamps do still get hot. Not as hot as they used to be though. Mark, Greg, an angel number? Yeah, angel numbers are, like like if you Google them, they're like messages from the universe, basically, through numbers. But this one says, the essential meaning, Ghoulie, for 2020 that you should utilize, basically, for 2020 is playfulness, childlike joy, enthusiasm for life, absurdity, humor, and laughter. You could fry an egg from the lava lamps in the 90s. You really could. You really could, Christmas. How long does a reading take? It depends, Jack. If I'm chatting during a reading, it can take a minute. And the angel cards are quicker because I just intuitively pick a card. So like I noticed that this card, while I was shuffling, kept poking out. Like every time I looked down, I saw this card was here. So I took that as a sign that this was the card. So it just depends. If it's a full-blown reading, they do take longer than just the angel cards. I can act like a goof in 2020, no consequences. It did say absurdity, so maybe like being a little more loose in your approach to life a little bit. Absolutely, thank you so much for your follow. You want to touch the lava lamp? I touched it for you. I touched it for you. Hey, Miss Moonsong. Welcome in, dear. How are you? But this one does say, I'll read some more for you, Ghoulie. So this says, watch children playing. And when you watch, you get to watch them learn. Serious through life may seem at times. Dalmatian Stone Spirit is calling for you to embrace the absurdity of this world, to laugh and find humor in the everyday experiences that might otherwise frustrate you. Oh my gosh. Every time I get frustrated, I laugh about it first. Every time something doesn't go the way I anticipate, I laugh about it because I'm like, I choose to laugh at it because it's kind of just funny. Because I know I'm being tested, so I just kind of like giggle about it, you know. So that's funny that it says that. All of us are here to learn and laugh. And laughter makes lessons a lot easier to learn. Milky Mark, thank you so much for those bits. And sometimes it even makes us stick a little better, sorry. Often it makes us stick a little better, for it can help you write a funny story to tell again and again and again. Remember that one time when this funny thing happened? Boy, did I learn my lesson. Oh, like the Joker. I could see that, Karen. The Joker. I could see the Joker. Now is a good moment to crack a joke, to break the tension, and remind yourself that alongside trouble and hardship, can dance a spirit of playfulness. This is not the time for trudging and marching through, but for skipping, singing a song, making a goofy face. I am the pro at making goofy faces, and recognizing that the conscious universe throws you off course at times to remind you that surprises can be gifts from the invisible realms. This stone spirit is calling you to lighten up, open yourself up to playing with the possibilities of life. Who knows what you will discover as you join in on the fun. The conscious universe is not here to trick you, but to help you, for you are deeply loved. That's a good one. That's a good one. Maybe you do take, I think that's a good one. That's a good one. For the new year, be more playful. Be more playful. I think everyone could probably use more of that in their lives, you know what I mean? Rock. It's very relaxing off the back end of a haggard bald egg green man stream. I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot. Hey, Dragon. Welcome in, dear. Perfect antidote. Hey, later, Lindsay. Yeah, I've been a bit too serious lately. Yeah. Yeah, so this is like your way to like balance yourself out a little bit, because sometimes when you're so serious, you actually end up like draining yourself a lot faster because you're taking everything, you know, to a higher degree than maybe you really need to. CCI, thank you so much for your follow. Rob, thank you so much for the boots. I appreciate you so much. You could do with some tranquility. I think everybody could do with more tranquility in their lives. The stream is really, honestly, always relaxing. It's always relaxing. It's always relaxing. Even during the day. Even during the day. Unless we're playing our folk music that we do little jigs to. That can get kind of high energy for us. Hey Rob. I think your eyes are working. I do think your eyes are working. You're relaxed now, Mustard? I'm so glad. That is true. CCI, yes. I do have incense burning. I have lots of plants in here too, so you would be correct. That song with the saxophone, yeah. Yeah, that song does get intense, doesn't it? It's the song with, it not only does it have saxophone, later on in the song, it ends up sounding kind of rockish. Which CD is that? That one has like the guitar that comes in near the end too, and it gets like really hardcore, and you're like, what? Sometimes I skip that one depending on how I feel. Shreds. Yes, they're shreds. Yeah, and then like the next song after that is like so chill. Back to chill. So funny. But yeah, I don't think anyone else had a redemption. Let me double check here. Oh, Monkey, thank you so much for your subscription, hon. That helps so much. I do this full time, so if you like the stream, honestly, if you like the stream and you are kind of sad because it's really late at night for you, don't worry. I stream during normal hours as well. I just do 2 days of evening streams, and then all of the rest of my days are during the day. You're so drawn to Bluestones, Red? Yeah. I know you are. Your whole body feels less weighty. I'm so glad. Chris, thank you so much for your follows, man. Yeah. Are you GMT? What's GMT? Maybe? If you think I'm GMT, I might be GMT, but I don't know what that means. Oh, no. Yeah, Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, got you. Eastern Standard. So, like, usually I would start 13 hours. 13 hours? GMT is UK time? Yeah, no, I'm not from the UK. So it's like 13 hours from now is when I would be starting my morning stream. And I usually stream for 4 or 5 hours. Oh, Gaslow Moonlight Time. Really? That's interesting. You're drawn to blue eyes too? How can they equate? I don't know how they could equate. They could equate though. They could equate. Danny, I can't tell if you're Beelin at the chat or actually laughing after admitted you always have a giggle? I probably was just laughing. Moonlight time. I mean, sure, why not? This is the treehouse. Lady Luna, Star, Intuition, painting from Intuition, the symbol of the moon. I accept it, which is why I laughed and accepted it so quickly. You gotta go to sleep, Monkey Monk. I totally get it. Yeah, catch us in the morning, guys. And Bongo, you want an angel card on? Okay, we can do that for you. Forward to learning more. Yeah, Monkey Monk, you totally can. I like guessing acronyms. I don't know. Hot pickles. Yeah, that's a good one. Angel, thank you so much, hon. Thank you so much. So, Bongo, do you have a question, or I mean, with the guidance cards, you don't really need a question. You don't have a specific question. No, that's okay. With this one, you really don't need it, because it's just general guidance mostly. But if I do have a question, then I can kind of like help filter it to your specific need. But these are very open, so they're very general. Got any gear? What do you mean gear? I have paintbrushes. I have singing bowls. I have lots of crystals. I'm not sure what you mean by gear. Moon rocks if you're looking. Yes, I could get some moon rocks. Alright, so we're gonna ask for general guidance for Bongo Closet. General guidance. Bongo Closet. General guidance. For Bongo Closet. Crystals? Yeah, they're nice. You guys, I'm kind of in the way, but I do let you guys kind of look at my crystal collection behind me. A little bit. Like all of my candle holders are crystals. Ooh, Celestite. This is a good one. So I'll let you take a look at it here. Bongo. Celestite. It's number 15. This one is a lovely one. Celestite is all about like really, I kind of look at Celestite being all the crystals have faces. So they all have faces. So that's kind of another like they all do. Even this Dalmatian one does in the middle. Has like a little face. That's just the way that they're created. Fairly, thank you so much for sharing your lovely writing in the picture. I don't know who it is. I always feel like it's a higher self kind of thing though with Celestite. We can go into the book. This is, you could look up angel number 15 because there's 15 at the bottom. And this one is one of my favorites. I don't like mushy peas. I do prefer fresh ones. I don't know if I would do mint with peas though. Mint sauce? I'm not sure if I would do that, honestly, to tell you the truth. So, Celestite says, the essential meaning, this has like little short phrases, is connection to the angelic realm, divine energy, higher self, creates clear channels for communication with your guides and the universal consciousness. So this goes to explain that each one of us is a unique expression of the conscious universe, whose endless imagination is also expressed through your higher self, guides, and angels. Did you know that these entities are eager to help you find balance and align yourself with the conscious universe so that you can experience all you deserve? This Celestite spirit is here to let you know that you are always connected to the magical beings from the angelic realms. Beings that are especially gifted at showing us what the eyes don't always see. Your message today is to be open to the guides and angels all around you, above you, and below you. They're loving and supporting you in finding your purpose in life, in feeling joy, love, and hope, no matter what your outer conditions are. Dai, thank you so much. A fun and peaceful contrast to Lily's descent into madness. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you so much for being here. Please check out our fearless leader. Is it the mint salts? Is it the moonbeams one? Danny, if it's the moonbeams skit for Lenny, I do really like that one. You have all you need and are always accompanied by these entities who are devoted to bringing love and healing to all of us when we are feeling alone and weak. Today, connect with the angelic realm by calling upon these loving guides of light. They will help light the path for you and help you become conscious of the unconscious gifts that you possess. They are there for you now and will always be with you. Hey Bob Ross, welcome back, dear. Do you feel you need relationship guidance, Bongo? Because there's a relationship message too. It's a webcam, sing and dance. Please put it on. Oh my gosh. The stream will take off. Sure, why not? Okay, Bongo. I'll do that for you. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure my volume on my phone is. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna watch this later. I'm gonna save it. It does look pretty funny though. I watched, what did I watch earlier today with Lemmy? Oh, I watched Lemmy and Sips do like a duet thing, which I thought was really funny. I thought it was really hilarious. But like, kind of a shame that he had to be so quiet. So this one says, right now, this is in regards to relationship, Bongo. Right now, guides and angels who understand human fatalities are close by, nudging you and whispering to you, sending you love and helping you with any specific challenges you are facing in your relationships. They are completely dedicated to bringing you that perfect friend, teacher, or healer, and will do all that they can to connect you to people with gifts for you, connecting you to people who understand you and kind of become part of your tribe then. But you have to be very specific on what you want, and be true to yourself as well. You met him in the 1980s? Really? Did you really? You need a giant teddy bear to cuddle with? A giant teddy bear would be nice. Listen to the message of this Celestite spirit and open your eyes to the workings of your guides and spirits and angels and how they work in your life today. They will operate through people, other people, complete strangers, and newcomers into your life often. This will happen often. So if you have been isolating yourself, being a little bit of a hermit, spending lots of alone time, not really getting around other people, now is time to break out of that. Pay attention to those being sent your way, because the beings know how they can help you. Enhance your relationships today with help from the guides and angels by reaching out to them with a prayer or a request. That's how it works. You're gonna drive home? Okay, Ron. Saw the thumbnail with this stuff. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna save this for later. Yeah, sometimes you... and the thing is, like... Because either way, because it could be the other way too, because I feel like sometimes we, like, isolate ourselves because we're kind of worried about the people that we are going to come across. And I think, like, sometimes we get worried because we're, like, afraid that we don't have... that we haven't learned how to establish good boundaries with people. So maybe it's easy to just kind of become a hermit a little bit because of that. Because we just think people are too hard to deal with. But this is kind of just, everybody comes into your life for a reason, basically is what this is kind of saying. And kind of be open to the people that are kind of showing up. And if you feel hesitant, it's just because you need to practice utilizing your boundaries, you know. And there's no time to put that kind of stuff into practice than the present, right? Do you need to add this to your watch list? What is it? Let me look. She's Turned? I've seen this one. I did watch his whole show on Netflix. I did watch the whole thing. I did like a binge watch. It was crazy. You hope the kitty is downstairs and warm? I'm sure she is. I'm sure she is. Welcome back, Psychic. I did originally, though, when I was watching, I did have to watch with subtitles on because the accent was so thick and I had not gotten used to hearing it. But after I watched like the entire season, I'm good now. Like I don't have to go back and like rely on that now because my ears kind of became attuned to it. Which now I have a much easier time understanding him when he's streaming now too. Yeah, I think I did get the show. Shannon, thank you so much for your follow, hun. Welcome to the treehouse. I can't get too excited about peas. No, I can't either. I can't either. It might be time for us to honestly draw some rooms for the painting, but I don't know where I put my... Oh, my bag's over here. Because I wanted to draw rooms for this one. and put a message on the back. Sweet corn is even worse, Bongo. I currently live in Indiana. I mean, I currently live in Michigan, but I was born in Indiana, which is known for cornfields, sweet corn. Cornfields as far as the eye can see. And the eye can see very far because there's no hills. So, yeah, corn, lots of corn. I do like corn. One of my favorite things to eat in the summer is sweet corn. You're off to bed. Thanks for a peaceful stream. We'll tell Louie you said hi. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Good night. And I do stream during the day too, so don't feel like you have to like stay the entire time we're gonna be live. Yeah, good night. Good night. Thank you for hanging out with us. Yeah, so I'm gonna draw Miss Moonsong. I'm gonna draw some runes. I might put a couple on the front. Maybe up through here. Maybe this will be the rune corner. I just had that strike of inspiration. And I kind of roll with things like that. I don't judge it, really. I kind of just get an inspiration and go with it. So I think that's probably what we'll do. Of the tin goods variety. Corn on the cob is my favorite. Corn on the cob. It's always one that I liked. And creamed corn was another one. Creamed corn. It's good. It's good stuff. I think like maybe that's a southern thing. Creamed corn might be a southern thing. Like a southern United States thing. You also love corn on the cob? Yeah. You know what's the king of canned goods in my life is lentils. I love lentils. Like, I love lentils. I love lentils so much. I would literally eat lentils every day. Street corn? What is street corn? Lentil curry. I know. So good. Alright, let me focus here. What message can we put in for our painting? I'm gonna put like some runes up here. So what's gonna be the best? Ooh, I draw this one quite a bit. I don't know the names of the runes, guys. I'm really bad at the names of the runes. But I think Miss Moonsong will probably be good at this part for us. You haven't had enough lentils lately? I don't think anybody has had enough lentils. Creamed corn over mashed potatoes. Hey Terry. I do like over mashed potatoes. I really do. Street corn is like a Mexican style corn. Oh, like with like tomatoes and peppers and stuff? Or salsa? We can look it up. Yeah, Miss Moonsong, I thought you'd be really good at this part. I don't remember what this one's called. Permit. Oh, thank you. Yeah, let me go look at it on my phone. I have an easier time on my phone than I do parsnips, Danny? Really? Parsnips. Interesting. Interesting. Is it weird that I called you Terry? I try to limit what I share on stream because I don't know how other people feel. But I know who you are. Oh guys, we're at 888 followers. That's that's fun. I'm gonna open this in another web browser. So the one that we drew, Inherited Land. Interesting. Close to the big 1K. I know, and at 1,000 followers is when I'm going to do our glow in the dark painting. Guys, this one I'm gonna put the black light on, and we're gonna do like, I have a crazy CD that has like epic like video game boss battle music, which is like, it's like way different music than we normally listen to, but it's still instrumental, and it's still it's called Mandala. Kiroto Mandala is the name of the CD. It's very fun. It's very fun. Yeah. No, that's okay. That's okay, Terry. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Maybe this one's better. I don't know. Maybe. I think Inherited Land could be a good one. What color? Let's pull out our color wheel so we can choose. So the fates can choose what color we're gonna paint with. Because unless you guys have a color that you want to pick, I'll let you guys pick a color. You guys can redeem your butterfly channel points to give your 2 cents into a color. Just don't pick like brown. T. Compton is Terry. I'm gonna try to pull up here's the color wheel. Perfect. I actually need to move it up a little bit. They must have changed the layout just a tiny bit. Dang, I don't want it to be overlapping. That's good enough. That's good enough right there. We'll put it right there. So I want to interact with it. If nobody has any suggestions, we'll let the fates choose. We'll be very specific. So we are going to put in our rune that we just drew up in the right hand corner of our canvas, and we want to know what color should we paint it. So we'll see what the fates choose for our color. Yeah. Red. Ooh, interesting. You're gonna tattoo all of your body with Viking runes? Are you Mustard? Are you really? Don't apologize if you fall asleep, Brad. It's okay. I play relaxing music for a reason. I feel like red is gonna be a good color. Which means I have to actually put red down on my canvas. I mean, on my palettes here. I actually have to put this in. Roast veggies are all that you have? Really? I like veggies. I actually eat quite a few veggies. I think what I'm actually low on eating most of the time is actually fruit. But to make up for that, I do a lot of like natural fruit juices, which kind of helps with that. Because I don't know, like organic fruit is like really expensive. So I do tend to brilliant red. Do we want brilliant red? To lean towards juices, because the juices I can mix with like, oh, scarlet red. I think we should do scarlet red. The juices you can mix with like coconut water. You had a flash of the sunset. Ooh, very nice, very nice. When I said red. Is it more expensive in the US? You know what? I don't know. Mark, honestly, because I'm from a really small town in Michigan that I'm a vegan, okay? So, like, I'm very specific on, like, what I eat. And being in a small town, I really don't have a lot of options when I go out. In the grocery store, I have to hunt down things. So it's, like, really hard for me to do what I do. And, so I think because of that, like, the market is not flooded with it, so it is really expensive, especially being in a smaller town. But I don't know if that would be across the board, because, like I said, I live in a very small town. So, I think that has more to do with it than anything, than really honestly just being in the United States. But, I think it depends on just where you're at. But I would imagine, as people as the market gets more flooded with those kind of things, I see the prices kind of coming down a little bit. And Char, thank you so much for your follow. I'm sorry I was delayed on that. Welcome to the treehouse. Luna, how's Samurai doing at the moment? I still haven't had a chance to talk to him since last time. He's doing good. We did have that, which is why I haven't streamed in like a week, guys, because we had that family member that passed away over the holidays, and so we were dealing with that, and we were also, dealing with the viewing and the funeral on 2 different days, and then Christmas came along, and we had multiple families to visit for Christmas, and it just, like, I don't remember this week because it was like a complete blur. So much going on. So we took today to kind of really just mellow out, because we had kind of spent all of our energy throughout the whole rest of the week. But we're doing very well now. He's doing good. Yeah, we've been extremely busy. Which is why it's been a while from our other stream. I really wasn't planning. I was actually planning on streaming like kind of normal through the holiday. But with all of the other things going on, that I didn't see that as viable, honestly. So we took a little bit of time, and now we are gonna get back in the swing of things. And I'm sure you guys understand why there was kind of like no forewarning on that, because life happens, right? Life happens and you just kind of roll with it, so that's kind of what we did. But when I do have things that I know are gonna cut into our normal stream time, I do generally try and let you guys know in the schedule. You shared a link, a new link. I'm gonna click on that. Othala. Okay, yeah. Heritage, land of birth. Okay. Well, that makes sense too. Yeah, I'm glad things are gonna be calming down again now, and we can. Because there was a lot of stuff I planned on getting done too. With paintbrush, that we just didn't get there, and honestly, instead of like stressing about it and like being frustrated and upset, we both kind of just rolled with it and understood that, I don't know, we're both very go with the flow people. We just understand that sometimes things don't work out how you anticipate, and sometimes you have to learn to be okay with things like that. Yeah. Understandable. Yeah. It is. I do want to I did place the rune in, but I want to soften it a little bit because everything else is so soft with the painting, and I don't want the rune to be like really harsh. But I did place it up here in the corner. So I'm gonna get my paper towel that I dropped earlier on the floor. And we are going to go ahead and just do a little bit of blotting to make it appear softer on the canvas. You're away now, Brock. I appreciate you being here and hanging out with us. It was very nice visiting your stream. Thank you so much. Night night. Good night, hon. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Hey, Elias. How are you? Are you doing well? We're doing really good today. Doing really well today. We're drawing runes for our painting right now that we're kind of finalizing. It'll be interesting to see kind of what full message comes out. I'm very excited for tomorrow and to be kind of back on track. I do think once we're done drawing runes, though, we will probably wrap up the stream then at that point. Because I do want to try to go to bed kind of early. Okay, so let's be really specific. We want to put another rune kind of up in the corner here with our painting. We're looking to get the best option with our current message. Oh, and this is the blank one. I always draw the Destiny one. You guys want to put the Celtic emblem on it? I always draw this Destiny one. It's blank. It's a blank one. So, hi Yoga. Welcome, hon. How are you? Are you doing good? I'm glad to see you back. Oh, let's pick a color first. I was gonna grab red again, but I feel like we should keep with the colors. Maybe it's trying to tell you something. I know exactly what it's trying to tell me. Because I always pick that one, and then Lunar, I always pick that one, and then I always pick Mansa, which when I have my away screen for streaming, that's like one of the first runes I made a digital work of art for. And that one is the one I pull all the time too. That one's probably number one. And that one is for humanity and cooperation. So yeah, that one I draw all the time. That one is definitely my rune. Like, all the time I draw that one. Are you great, Yoga? That's so great. Did you have a good holiday? Do you need to feel a little more rested? Oh, I didn't ask. I just pointed. I didn't ask. We have to redo it. I said, is it gonna pick red again? But I didn't ask. Alright, let's be specific. We have to be specific. This is what happens when you're not specific. So, you don't know a lot about runes. I don't either. They're just another form of kind of divination, but there are ones that I've kind of really looked into because I draw them so much. The universe has a funny sense of humor, right, Hot Bagels? Exactly. Elias, thank you so much for your subscription, hon. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Looking so good. Even more details. Yeah, it's growing. Our details don't show up into our paintings until the end because it's a watercolor, and the final layer of really dark color is kind of what makes everything pop. You kind of stick to oracle cards later. Okay, okay. Yeah, runes can get kind of intense like tarot cards can, because you can have a specific layout, and it can also, like, the meaning of the rune can change a little bit depending on the other runes that are kind of next to it or other runes that you've drawn. So yeah, it can get kind of complicated. But I do kind of openly interpret them while I'm doing the painting, because I assume that the message is going to make sense for the person that the painting is for, is kind of my assumption. And then they can, you know, if they're drawn to what the image is, you know, they can look into it themselves and see, you know, what message actually stands out for them, basically. You were tempted. I'm so glad you're home, Rad. Aw, Julian, thank you so much for your follow. Welcome to the treehouse. Welcome to the treehouse. We're getting closer to that 1,000 followers. Alright, so let's be really specific this time. So we just drew the Destiny rune. We are gonna do that in the Celtic emblem that I've done before, which is funny. We want to know the best color to pick for that emblem in our painting in this corner here. So if we could get clarification on what color would be best, we would appreciate it. And we will go ahead and spin the wheel. That's how specific you have to be. Indigo. Brandon, thank you so much for your follow. Welcome to the treehouse. I thought I almost said hot bagels. You can throw your intention out there, but I figured people would be doing that anyway. You did get really close. So this is indigo, which is interesting because these mandalas are already kind of indigo color. Which is also interesting because that I'm gonna have to make it like larger as well to kind of fit. You were gonna suggest purple? The next rune can be purple if that's what you want. Lunar, you can use your channel points to redeem the butterfly, and then you can make your suggestion. How does this one? I need a reference. Where's my painting? Oh, my butterfly painting's downstairs. I need a reference just really quick for this. I'm gonna pull a reference up on my phone. Because it's the loop. It's like the loops that kind of loop into each other. Like, you know what I mean? I'll show you if you don't know what I mean. It's the Celtic symbol for destiny. It's like the, I don't know what it's technically called. Like the loop within a loop within a loop. Like the 3 loops. It's this one. Like this one. Anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. And that's gonna be the indigo color. Which I think actually sorry, I'll fix the camera in just a second. When I did the other emblem as well on this, it was chosen to be the same color, which is interesting. Fix the camera here. Come on. The life of being a streamer. Come on, camera. I don't want it to stay fuzzy. You have that symbol as part of a tattoo? Really? Forest fairy? Oh my gosh, this is not gonna go back to normal. Here. Focus on something in the middle. camera, please. Thank you. Elias, you have to go now? That's okay. That's okay. I appreciate you being here, though. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Have a nice night. Is that called a, what is triquerta? I don't know what it's called, actually. You do? Yeah. That's nice. That's nice. I kind of want to put it out here. Did you know it was a symbol of destiny? That's what I'm curious about. You did? Okay. That's nice. What a powerful thing to like have there. And then we... Oh, this is why I have to stare at it so long. Oh, actually, no, you didn't. Really? That's interesting. That's interesting. So one curves like this, and then it curves up further, like into the space, and then it comes down, and then curves back in. This one like boggles my mind. Like my mind has a hard time understanding how this symbol is like laying. If that makes sense. My brain has a really hard time. It's like, what is going on with this symbol? I don't understand. So I'm gonna make it just a little bit bigger. I think that'll help. And then I think we need to also update our music, because we have the CD stopped playing, so we have to update our music too. Living in Scotland and having Irish roots. I see that symbol a lot here. Really? Yeah, I looked it up one day because I kept drawing the, here's how it works. I kept drawing the, someone had just asked a little bit into the stream, while we were drawing runes, like, what if we draw the blank rune? And, I was like, that's funny, that's funny. I don't know what we're gonna do. I guess we'll find a different symbol to, paint, you know, on the canvas instead, you know, because I would like something visually there on a painting. And little did they know, the very next rune that we drew was a blank one. So we were all kind of like chuckling for a while about it. Hey, Dark Mist. Welcome to the treehouse, dear. How are you? You want to come say hi, honey? Also, the cat is going to come say hi, Rob. Rob, are you still here? Come here, honey. I'm trying to convince her to get on the chair instead. Do you see her tail? Hey, I gave you the chair for a reason. Here. She'll keep you occupied for a minute while I pick Welcome, kitty. Welcome, welcome. She's napping. You can't lay there. I'm trying to change the CD so we can listen to some music. You guys want to listen to my childhood CD? The CD I used to listen to as a kid? Because my mom gave it to me a while ago. She's so happy right now. That's what we'll listen to. That's what we'll listen to. Honey, you want to sit on my lap while I paint? Hi there, Lexi. Your baby is so cute. Yeah, she likes to come up with us for a minute while we do this. I try to get situated, but this chair is so tall, and I'm so short. It's hard. It's hard sometimes. There she goes. Also, my candles do not have actual flames, so she's fine. She can be up there. She also likes to climb behind the canvas. See? She's so cute. Yeah, she's cute. There she is, causing chaos as normal. Hi, honey. Anyway, back to our stream. What was I saying? Oh, we had the blank room. We drew the blank room, so we decided to put a different kind of emblem down, which was just funny for what we were talking about and discussing. So this CD that I just put in is called Summer Dreams. The video geek, thank you so much for your follow. It's called Summer Dreams, and it's done with synth and flutes. So that's what we're listening to right now. Hey, Boomtish, welcome back, dude. Welcome back. I just put in one of our runes. I'm not gonna paint it yet, but I did lay it in, and I kind of want to do 3. I'm really drawn to like 3 runes, so I'm gonna draw another one. Maybe place it in the very tip corner and make it kind of large to kind of fill this corner space a little bit more. I think that'll be what we do. So we'd like a 3rd message then for our painting, so that we can have multiple things coming through instead of just one, because that can kind of help clarify things a little bit. So we're gonna have the intention of drawing a rune for the very top corner of our canvas. Hopefully, our goal is to make it match what is currently being shared. So this is our other one. I know I've drawn this one before too. It's like the arrow? I don't remember what it's called though. This is the one we just drew. So we'll go ahead and place that one in as well. If somebody wants to pick a color, you can use your channel points. The Butterfly Redemption. Otherwise, we're gonna ask the fates. Again. Oh, victory and honor. Aw, Psychic, thank you so much for your help. Victory and honor. That's a good one. That's a good one. Did you want to pick purple, Lunar? My intuition says you want to pick purple. Okay, we can do purple. We can pick purple. We can pick purple. I know Forrest very likes purple anyway. Justice and leadership. Thank you, Miss Winsong. Thank you, thank you. Justice and leadership. So an inherited land, and justice and leadership. What an interesting combination. Hey Steve, the medium. Welcome in, dear. How are you? You get to like see my face. Oh, this is my face. This is what I look like. How are you? I know. I think it's nice when I see other people who stream pop in. Because I'm very active when I'm watching you guys. Unless I'm like working on something, I do try to be active. And it's kind of nice to put a face to a screen name, right? Are you sick? No. It's going around though, Steve. It's going around. You're super active all the time. I know. Even when I'm like lurking, like I'm actually not doing a very good job at lurking. Like I'm still like chatting an awful lot when I'm like lurking. Your throat feels like you've swallowed a flaming sword. Ooh. Is it strap? I mean, I guess you don't have to answer, but I just like to, I just ask questions just because I'm curious. Joy Davidson, you can totally ask a question. Do you think Great Thunberg feels guilty every time she farts? Or she's contributed to global warming? I don't know if I feel guilty when I fart, so... But I don't know who that person is, honestly, Joy. So maybe? Maybe she does feel guilty? I don't know. I mean, we're all contributing to global warming at that point, though. If that's how far we want to go. Oh, you took a nasal decongestant. Oh, it's a sinus allergy. Oh, you know what I do for allergies, Steve? Because I used to suffer from really heavy allergies. Like, it would be so bad. I would, my nose would be runny and dry at the same time. I don't know how to really explain that, but it would be runny one minute and dry the next minute. And, honestly, local honey. So honey that is within a 40, honestly, the closer the better, but at least within a 40-minute radius of your living location. It doesn't work, but that's only for like pollens, you know what I mean? So, thank you for those bits, by the way. That was 10,000 bits. Thank you so much. That is so kind. Thank you. But that helped me because I actually, obviously for me, I was allergic to some pollens in the area, and that was really helpful. But it didn't work straight away. It took about a year, like one season. So if it's a seasonal thing, that could help. So it took like one season to kind of build a tolerance. And then the very next time that season came around, I only had to use the honey when I had symptoms. So I built up pretty quick. But I didn't notice anything for the first year. The first season, through the season. She wants to wrap the trees in bubble wrap. Interesting. I'm okay for protecting the trees. I don't know if bubble wrap's gonna do that though. Your paintings are beautiful. Thank you so much, Steve. I just was drawing. I was just drawing runes. And so we were putting the runes in the corner here, and there's one that I'm gonna paint later, which is the Celtic Rune of Destiny that we drew. Rune of Destiny. So we're getting a pretty nice message with this one, and I just let someone use their channel points to choose a color. So we kind of work together to create paintings as well, which I think is interesting because I think most artists, because we also do intuitive painting, right? And you guys are included in that, which I think most painting or artists kind of have a very rigid, particular plan for their painting, so they don't really allow for people to kind of like make suggestions, you know what I mean? So, but I do have that be a thing. Because for the most part, everyone's really well behaved, and I think that they also have something to offer, you know, with the experience. Obviously, every now and then you get some questions. Like the Hanged Man? Sure. You especially love the lava lamp? Yeah, the lava lamp's nice. Yeah, I go for environment. Like, environment is like my number one goal. Because I feel... Because what environment you place yourself in has a heavier effect on you than I think most people understand or realize. And so that's why I'm very particular about my environment. Yeah, Angel, yeah. Yeah. So that's why I'm very, you know, which I put lots of love into it. I want you guys to be part of a really good environment. And that's the number one compliment that I get. So I must be doing it correctly. People must appreciate that because somebody always kind of makes those statements. Big hugs. Yeah, he's psychic. You're gonna work on your office again? Good luck with your moving, psychic. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, so I have, behind me, I'm not usually at this angle. I was at this angle for our cat. But, usually you guys are able to see, kind of my desk behind us here. So I have the amethyst and rose quartz. Hey, Castellan, welcome in, dear. I'm so glad to see you back. I have the selenite, and these are not real flames, so when my cat jumps up here, I'm not really concerned anymore. But I have some more amethyst over here, and then I have a couple of salt lamps. So I have a salt lamp on this table, and a selenite. The selenite lamp is actually back here too. So I have a lot of stuff that we enjoy while we're here. It's been a rough day. Just breathe and just let go. Breathe and just let go. Where's the kitty? She was on my lap a minute ago, but she got up. She hasn't really been hanging out with us today. She kind of has been doing her own thing, away from us. I think she's just enjoying her time with Paintbrush, which is why she's probably downstairs. Yeah, this is the CD I used to listen to as a kid. I do, Steve. I do tarot as well. That's not my main focus of the stream, but I do allow people to redeem channel points for different kinds of readings. Like I just did, I'm an intuitive reader, so I only have one tarot deck that I use, and I think that deck is actually geared towards intuitive reading, because even the book has like very general open meanings to the cards, and I don't use the book. So I do intuitive reads through my deck, and I can show you the deck. It's a Shadowscapes, but I can show you the deck. But the ones I normally do, like I have a redemption for a room, and then I have a redemption for the like kind of crystal oracle cards. So this is the one we did mostly for the stream today. But my actual more structured tarot deck is my Shadowscapes, which actually I know your face. I'm really good at breaking rules. I don't follow rules very well, so I actually bought myself my first deck. It was not a gift, but I felt really drawn to tarot. And I bought it a little over a year ago, and it really just, honestly, what worked for me was how dreamy all the imagery was. So this is King of Cups here. So it's very dreamy imagery, lots going on in the pictures. It also looks like watercolor art. So it did look like kind of like a nice watercolor kind of art to it, which also kind of drew me in. And nothing felt heavy. So like even the Tower card, which some people are kind of intimidated by, still has like beauty in it. So nothing felt really heavy or dark with this deck, which is kind of how I interpret life just in general. So that also kind of drew me to it. Even the Death card, guys. Even the Death card is a phoenix. Like, which is exactly how I would look at that and interpret that message just in general. Like, you know, through death and raging, burning fire, there's ashes, and then from the ashes, you can be like the phoenix and rise. Basically, be like the phoenix and rise. So, yeah, I was just really drawn to this one in particular for all of those reasons, basically. Steve. I had no interpretations for that at all. We are recycled atoms, Troy. Yes. Yes. Yeah, and the Nine of Swords. It's really good imagery. It's all really good imagery. You hope none of yours are from Genghis Khan. You're so silly. I love how funny everybody is. Okay. I mean, you can try and be really specific, but I think we are all parts of each other. All parts of each other. Just gonna have to deal with it. Just gonna have to deal with it. Also, my cat did not leave. She just decided to lay on the floor. Away from us instead. So yeah, those are the decks that I use. I have a Thoth deck. I just got a Thoth deck. And I have a Moonology deck that I don't really touch. I don't know. Even though I like have lots of connections like with the moon, the Moonology deck I'm not really drawn to for some reason. Like I have it and I like it, but like I almost never use it for some reason. But I did get the Thoth deck as well recently, and that one's gonna take some learning. That one I think is gonna take some learning. I'll have to actually maybe sit down and like study for that one, because I don't feel like it's a little difficult to intuitively read. A little difficult, but that's okay. But we did draw all of our runes, and it is actually, we did go until about 10 o'clock tonight. So I will try and hunt down somebody to raid for the evening. We will resume our normal stream hours starting tomorrow. So normal schedule is posted below in my information tab. So if you're curious and you want to know when we'll be back, chances are next time we'll finalize this painting and move on to some of my other ones, because I have at least 3 that we are currently working on, and this one is one of them. So I have 2 other ones that are kind of, one of them is a background and the other one I can show you instead of just talking about it. Who just wants to hear me talk? You guys want to see stuff. That's why there's video, right? I'll show you the other 2 we will be working on. Hi, Lou. And my mom still has her canvas here too, that she will be working on as well. Actually, we have so. Speaking of Phoenix and the Death Card, this is one of the paintings that we were also working on. It has multiple interpretations. People have seen hair, people have seen vines, people have seen flames. So I kind of was interpreting this as flames. So I think we'll keep it as flames. So that's another one that we have in the works. You want to hear me talk, Steve? I'm so glad. This is a background that we had made quite a while ago. And the theme kind of in my head currently with our new items that we're going to work on is crystal trees. So like, you guys know the feng shui trees that are like wired trees and they have like crystals on the top of them, and they might have like a large crystal kind of wrapped around the bottom. That's kind of my thought process for crystal trees. So I think the first crystal tree will be on this canvas, and it will probably be like emerald, like an emerald crystal, or maybe jade will be our first one. So these are the ones that we're going to be working on now. I do have some others, but those are the ones that I kind of have very general ideas for that. You have one of those, huh, Bagels? Yeah. I really do like the crystal trees. Paintbrush got me one for Christmas. I got an amethyst one for Christmas. I actually have 2 amethyst ones. I have one that I picked up at a discount store. Sorry, I'm trying to fix the camera. This is what I'm drinking, by the way. Advertisement, without being an advertisement. Advertising while trying to fix your camera. It's a crystal bonsai. Yeah, basically, yeah. Be like Luna and drink core. I'm just kidding. Why isn't it working? A white piece of paper should work well for the focus. I don't know why it like has a hard time sometimes. This is a 4K camera, but I think there's so much going on that it just like has a hard time like switching modes. So like try to put it in the middle. Maybe I need to back up. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's trying to catch my shoulder. Oh my gosh. Maybe I will get a white piece of paper, huh, Bagels? Because I do struggle with this quite a bit sometimes. Later, Lindsay, can I ask a question about a particular stone? Yes, you can. I was wondering what you feel about bloodstone. How I feel about bloodstone? I don't know too much about bloodstone. There we go, finally. I do feel, though, that I feel like if you're drawn to a particular stone, like, there's a reason for that. So, I have not used bloodstone, but I think that's just because I'm not drawn to it. So whatever properties it has, or whatever intentions are easier to place on that stone, you know, because you can technically put an intention in any stone that you want. It's just I feel some of them, because of what they're made of, are going to be better and utilized more efficiently than if you were just kind of like picking a stone, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think I've never just been drawn to them really, because I don't think what they are used for or intended for, or the energy that they have, just doesn't resonate with me. I've never been drawn to it. If you make a camera wear an eye patch, it will struggle with depth perception and never be able to read the crossbow accurately. That has to be it. Sorry, pirate camera, you are gonna lose your eye patch. So I'm reading that one. Do you know that? Do we know what bloodstone does though? Later, Lindsay, I could look it up for you. Before we go here, I could look it up for you. So, bloodstone crystal properties. You never liked the look of it, but I saw a Tumblestone piece and had to have it. It was bloodstone. I had to look up to be sure what it was. Excellent blood cleanser. Heightens intuition and increases creativity. Surrounding and protecting. So I'm not really drawn to the color red. Red and orange I'm not really drawn to. And a little bit of yellow? I don't know, I'm not really a warm color person, I guess. Helps overcome influences such as geopathic or electromagnetic stress. Oh, what an interesting... That part is interesting in particular. Steve. I'm curious. That last part is intriguing to me. You want me to pull a rune for you, Steve? I'd have to pull up our link for the meanings. Well, that's what that one's for. That's why I asked. Gentle points. And runes are like super easy, that's why it's so cheap. Because a rune is just kind of, you just pull it out really quick and grab it. Plus I was painting runes on the campus as well, so they're already here. I know, this song is like my favorite. We're still listening to my childhood CD, by the way, so I would listen to this after my mom read me a dream meditation, and I would go to sleep with this song playing, because by the time we got ready for bed and tucked in and a couple of stories read to us, we would probably be this far into the CD, so this is my sleep song. Yeah. I only play magical music. So focus for Steve here. Steve. The CD is called Summer Dreams. I'll have to get it. It's like a like a white sunset kind of picture. It's called Summer Dreams. I think somebody found it on Amazon. I'll take it out before we go so you could see it. But I want to draw this rune for Steve. Alright, let's focus. So we're going to draw a rune for Steve the Medium. What message from the runes do we want to give to Steve today? Alright, let's look this one up. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I thought about buying myself another copy of this CD. Cause, sorry, that's not where I want to go. Cause one of, like, song 3 on this CD skips, and it makes me so sad. And I really would like to get another one, just so I can, like, listen to it unfiltered, uncensored, where I don't have to, like, skip the CD, or skip the song. I usually pull my rune chart up on my computer so I don't have to grab my phone, but I found that when I do it on the computer, like the stream will like skip around, so I'm doing it on my phone now. This is Degas, which is dawn. I'm gonna go to the site, because the site will give you a full list of the like meanings. It's the exact same CD, really? That's nice. Oh, and the song Summer Breeze. Isn't that I think I know the song Summer Breeze. Was that one of the songs that's in Pure Moons? Remember when we played Pure Moons? In that Honey na 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 song came up. You guys remember that? You guys remember that back in the day? And I was like, guys, this is a copyright song, we're gonna get muted. And we got muted. I remember that. I wonder if it's from the same place. How long have you been a Twitch streamer? We've been streaming for, I think some of my subscribers are just hitting 6 months, and it took a month for me to get to affiliate. So 7 months. 7 months. I'm trying to get to an actual site. Here we go. White Magic Help, thank you. Oh yeah, this is the one I always draw. Let's go on a sidetrack here. Manaz, which is the self. This is the one I always draw. Remain modest. That is the right of the oracle. Be in the world, but not from the world. Stay receptive to impulses that come out of the divine inner and outer sphere. Seek to live the usual life in an unusual manner. Yeah. If you take its self rune and cut it through the middle, you're going to receive the rune of joy and its reflection. So there's a fine warning to not be careless. Recognize yourself, basically, is what it is. Okay, sorry. I'll go back to, I do get sidetracked a lot, which is why I don't make anybody pay for these. Because I do get sidetracked a little bit. It's 3 a.m. Troy. Good night, sweetie. We'll be back on in the morning for you, hon. Thanks for the chill stream. Thank you for hanging out with us and being chill, Troy. I appreciate your humor. Sleep well, sweet dreams. Sweet dreams, sweet dreams. Oh, here it is. The breakthrough. So this is your rune. I just pulled it up on my phone. And usually, like I said, I'd have a chart already pulled up, but I didn't have that today. It shows a greater trust or a breakthrough is in the process. Self-transformation. In every life, there is at least at one point that it is detected and accepted. It is going to change this life forever. So you can have absolute trust, even when the moment requires you to jump empty-handed into the void. Oh my gosh. Sometimes this rune also leads to a major phase of success and thriving. So breakthrough, transformation, the daylight after the darkness, the dawn of the new light. It's kind of, because one of the trigger words is dawn, so dawn of the new light. How, like, this kind of feels like the Fool to me in my deck. Like the Fool kind of feels like you know the edge is there, but you're just like, eh. Who cares? I'm just gonna do it anyway. I trust. And I'm just happy-go-lucky and carefree and like, yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Does they happy dance? Yeah, do they happy dance? That one feels nice. You're gonna go off to bed, Lunar? Yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna go raid somebody here in a minute. Thank you for picking purple for you. Of course. I let you guys choose. I do let you guys choose. I think it's fun. It's fun. I trust your guys' intuition. You know? Especially since we talk about like deep subjects a lot of the time. I trust your guys' intuition as much as I trust mine for the most part. You know, none of you really raise any red flags to me very often, so I will of course let you be part of the magic. Yeah. So I'm gonna look for, that was the last, I can read from my phone. Let me see if I can read from my phone. Sorry, I hate having my phone in front of me all the time, but the dashboard is kind of hard to... My dashboard from my computer is kind of hard to utilize at the moment. So if you guys have I'm gonna see who's on, but if you guys have a suggestion... Who's also doing tarot? Much love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do you guys want to be loving and supportive to a brand new streamer? Do you guys want to do that? Lolina? I just met, this is another tarot reader. His thing is Tarot Reader Michael. He just started streaming. Like, I think he's got like 16 followers or something like that. So he just started. But I met him at someone else's Discord. He's only got one person watching right now. I think he might, with how many people are watching, he might lose his crap. But we're all loving, so I think it would be good. And it would be good to, you know, maybe that person is like, because it can be hard when you're a new streamer. It can be really hard because you're like streaming and you're putting a lot of work into all your stuff and you're just like looking for views and looking for a community, and sometimes when you don't have that, like, it's kind of like, it's a little bit draining because you're like, why am I even doing this? Like, who am I doing this for? You know, so we could actually like potentially turn a perspective around tonight by doing that. It gives you fuel to keep going. Yeah, it does. You agree? Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Do it, says Steve. Okay, we'll do it. It's magical when someone raids you. Yeah, it is. It is. I think that's who we're gonna raid. So maybe make sure I spell his name correctly when I go to the dashboard. So when we go, just share all the heart emotes that you have. I don't care if you're not subscribed to my channel. You can share other emotes. How do I get to my maybe I can't read from my phone. I don't think I can read from my phone. I think I have to do it from my desktop. Hold on, sorry guys. It doesn't give me a read option on my phone, which is gonna be weird. I thought it did. Do you love getting a new phone going through it? Do you? I have a hard time. It takes me a while to gain the learning curve with the new phone. It takes me a while, I'm not gonna lie. So when I do this, the stream is gonna skip a little bit, guys. So sorry. But we're doing it for the betterment of our raid. Thank you so much, Angel. I appreciate you guys so much. I do appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate Lemmy sharing his community. I appreciate Lemmy sharing his community so much. I appreciate everybody who's been so patient with me being gone for like a whole week straight. I do appreciate that. I know, you know, you get used to someone being in your like lively routine a little bit, especially when that streamer does have a set schedule. Like, they do become part of your like daily routine. So thank you guys so much for being understanding with that. And thank you so much, guys, for the follows. 1,000 follows. We do our black light glow-in-the-dark stream. We're gonna paint acrylic glow-in-the-dark paintings, and it's gonna be fun. We're gonna listen to pretty crazy music. So that's for the future. We're really close to doing that. But we are gonna go ahead and raid Michael. I think it's Tarot Reader Michael. Yeah, that's who we're gonna read. So I will say farewell for now. Thank you so much. We'll be back to normal. So see you guys in the morning tomorrow. Well, we will complete a painting and move on to some other ones. And I'll probably actually have more energy tomorrow too, because I'm a little bit tired. But remember, go ahead and share. Go ahead and join the raid, guys. This is a new person trying to make their way in the Twitch sea. And share your emo hearts. And I'll hang out in that stream for a minute too. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful evening. Wonderful new year. If I don't catch you before then, I will be streaming before then, but if I miss you, have a wonderful new year. I love you guys so much. Good night. Good night. It's raid time. It's raid time. It's raid time. Yeah. Yeah, raid hype, guys. Raid hype. We gotta help somebody. We gotta help somebody have, like, maybe a really awesome day when they weren't expecting it. So just be part of that if you want. Even if it's just for a minute. Alright.